Hey everyone, how you all doing? Sir Stevie here, bringing you a brand new Blackout video. In the video today, guys, I'm going to be going through my latest win as part of our Road to 100 solo wins. But what we're also doing is I'm also going to be basically talking you through a few tips that I use just to try and help you guys with improving your startup game in Blackout. What I mean by that is just basically improving your landing, improving your tactics when landing, that sort of thing, just so that you guys can make sure that you're getting the best possible startup in a game in Blackout. Because if you start the game well, you're already on the way to getting that win. So without further ado, guys, let's get straight into the tips. Just before we do that though, if you could do me a massive favour and subscribe to my channel and like this video, it'd be much appreciated. But yeah, without further ado, guys, let's get straight into the tips. Okay everyone, so the first tip that I'd recommend, it is quite a simple tip. None of these tips are like ridiculous ones that are going to guarantee you to win. They're just the tips that I use in every single game that I play, and they really do work out for me. I've had a few wins now, you know, I don't play the game like grind it for like 8 hours a day. But I can normally get, say if I do around about 10 games or so, I can normally get a win or two out of say 10 games. So these tips really do help me get those wins, guys. So the first one that I'd recommend, and again it is a simple one, it's get a gun. Whenever I land and I go into a room, wherever the location is, I just ignore every single item on the floor unless it's a gun. It doesn't matter what type of gun it is, whether it's a pistol, a shotgun, a sniper, just get yourself a gun no matter what. Because if someone else runs into that room, you've got the gun and they haven't, it's going to take a miracle for them to kill you. On the other hand, if you sort of start getting picky when you're landing, like, oh, I don't want that gun, it's not my favourite, someone else can just run in, nick the gun, or someone else can have quickly looted the room next to you, got a gun, run in and kill you. So definitely, probably the most important tip, guys, get yourself a gun, make it the priority, and just ignore everything else until you've got one. The next tip that I'd recommend for you guys, and again it is quite a simple one, is don't basically, for me, it's landing realistically. What I mean by that is I try and land somewhere that's going to be a little bit busy but not ridiculously busy. Places I normally like to land are places like Array and Nuketown. The reason that I like going there is not as many people rotate into them, particularly Nuketown. You still get a few people there, so you're able to get a few kills, and at the same time, basically, you're able to get, as I said, you're able to get quite a few loot and a few kills, but it's not one of those places where you're going to land somewhere and there's going to be no loot. There's so many times, this is especially applicable in squads, there's so many times where I've seen people saying videos and they've just landed somewhere where there's literally like two little like garages or little shacks, something like that. And whenever I've tried to do that, I've come out with no loot. I've come out with a gun if I'm lucky, maybe a few bandages, maybe some body armor. But at the end of the day, you want to land somewhere, there's going to be a selection of guns for you to choose from, because the last thing you want is to land somewhere really quiet and there's literally no loot. You maybe come out of an SMG and a shotgun, something like that. So if you come into contact with someone from a bit of range and they've landed somewhere like a Ray and got an AR, you're really just going to get obliterated by them unless they have a terrible aim or they don't know what they're doing, something like that. So definitely, guys, just land somewhere realistic where you know you're going to come out with some decent loot. Okay, so the next tip I'd recommend, guys, for getting the best startup in a game in Blackout is basically work on your landing. What I mean by that is just, of course, the aim for every game is to be the first person to land at a certain location. As you can see here, I'm trying to land at a state. What I always do when I jump out of the helicopter, guys, is I'll basically dive for around about a second or two, and as soon as I see my altitude, my speed starting to increase, I instantly pull up. That way, I know my speed is still going to carry on climbing even when I've pulled up, so it ends up at around about 64 to 65, but I'm not going to basically descend too quickly that my chute opens too early and I don't actually land where I want to land. As you can see here, it's worked out perfectly in this instance. With the first one there, first one to a gun, and we basically managed to get 3 kills right off the bat, so it's definitely a tip I'd recommend for you guys. And then coming into my final tip for you guys to make sure that you get a good starting game in Blackout. Again, it is quite a simple one. It's scout the area to see how many people are landing while you're landing. As you know, you can use that free look option. Not many people do it. I never used to use it, but now I've started using it. It really does help my game out, guys. Because basically, you want to know if you've got somewhere to yourself. You know, you can just wander around. You don't have to worry about someone camping in the corner of a room. You know, for at least the first few minutes until maybe people start to rotate towards you. But if you use that free look mode, not only are you going to see how many people are landing near you, but you're also going to see how many people, you know, not how many people are landing near you, but you're going to know how many people are landing in the same spot as you. You'll know if anyone's landing in the same building as you, so you know that you just have to literally grab the first few things that you see, or if you maybe have a few seconds to loot a little bit slowly. You might see 2 people landing in the exact same building as one another that say quite close to yourself. So you might think, right, one of them's going to die in the next minute or so, the other guy might be weak, so you might be able to go and take advantage of that. It really does work out, guys, because you're able to tell exactly where anyone is, you'll know roughly where they're going to be, and so it really does help you starting off in the game, guys. I hope these few tips have helped you guys. As I said, I didn't want to make a huge list of like 50 things, you know, and some of them aren't even relevant. So I hope these small tips have helped you guys out. If they have, if you could leave a like rating on this video and subscribe to my channel, it'd be much appreciated. But that's it from me for today, guys. Have a good day. Take care. Bye for now.